Und damit, Bam Leute, und herzlich willkommen zurück zur traurigen Mucke von Phoenix Wright, dem eigentlich letzten Kapitel, der letzten Episode des ersten Spiels. Ja, letztes Mal haben wir fälschlicherweise das Ende angesagt. Gut, theoretisch gesehen war es ja auch das Ende, die Credits liefen und alles, ne? Aber es gibt noch eine Bonus-Episode, die ich vollkommen vergessen habe. Und das ist diese hier. Und, da wir schon mittendrin sind, würde ich sagen, halte ich meine Schnauze, beziehungsweise nee, halte ich nicht, ich muss ja vorlesen. Ja. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. That girl? Girl? What girl are you talking about? February 22, 10:02 AM. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Keinen einzigen Fall hat er angenommen, seit Maya weg war. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. Same. Can't relate. There you are, finally. Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Hi. Who are you? Doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney Mia Fey. Vielleicht würde ich deine Brille aufsetzen, aber schicke Buttons hast du. Ja. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So, you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief then, you're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please, I'm out of time. But... please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya, could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma. Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Ja, okay. Phoenix scheint da gewisse andere Mädels in ihr zu sehen. Naja, immer der Frauenheld der Phoenix. Immer den Frauen aushelfen. So kennen wir ihn. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy or maybe just young. Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? Ja, Phoenix, sie ist noch minderjährig. Also, Maya wahrscheinlich auch, aber... I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age no less. Great, another future professional in training. Ja. Dann erzähl mal ein bisschen was. So, what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So, it's a murder case. Well. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Wie immer. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right, I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? Und warum würde sie nicht wissen, dass sie bereits, naja... Ne? Relation to Mia. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So, they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I am sorry. Ja. Okay. Lass mir das einmal so stehen. So, you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up then? Excuse me? I'm not a child. I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal. Albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know? I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. Hey, but first. Was hältst du davon? See this? It's my attorney's badge. Ah, well, I never seen a real one before. You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. Its composition is mostly silver, the gold plating is flaking a bit. She analyzed it scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. I'd give you $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. Okay, also, falls wir mal, ne, dringend Geld brauchen, 50 Tacken kriegen wir für unseren kleinen Pin. Dann müssen wir natürlich gucken, wie es Charlie geht. Mia's planned, Charlie. I've been taking care of him in Maya's absence. Stimmt, Maya hat sich immer drum gekümmert. Tja, na dann. Detention Center. Visitors Room. Ach, und ich habe übrigens wieder den Ventilator an. Ich hoffe, man hört's nicht. Ist diesmal ein anderer Ventilator, denn er ist mir gestern kaputt gegangen. Nice. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Sie ist wohl nicht so gut zu sprechen mit ihrer Schwester in dem Zustand. Okay, das wird wohl die Schwester sein. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want a race this year, hmm? Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Hi. Nice bag. Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing? Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Uh-oh, der Feind! Two sisters. One a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Das ist wie, ne? Emma, Lana. I mean, they're just like Maya and Mia. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Not at all, not at all. Also dann. There's something you should know from the start. Which is? The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21, at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It wasn't a witness deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? Genau das, was man sagen sollte. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. Now I'm the victim. So, who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Follow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. Follow. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means... The police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So, you're the chief prosecutor. Warum würdest du denn das überhaupt tun? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I am a little surprised. I'd think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident, when I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she wasn't a class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? Tell me about this! You are in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted, Lana was top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say. There's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana... Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all done. Oder stand da gerade alone? Ich hab's nicht gesehen. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright. Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. This sounds like we have a case! You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed, after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know? I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling, everybody liked her. I see. But I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. It's like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. Okay. Ja dann, let's go. Oder können wir noch... nee, können wir nicht. Let's fucking go. Underground parking lot. Prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. So, this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work. Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my co-workers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? Hello, sir. Cowboy.
What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner.
Mr. Marshall? Hi. Marshall? Looks like a sheriff to me.
Looky here, bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a mother load of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream. You want to?
What's this guy talking about? Prost.
You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina.
Was that a ombre friend of yours?
Kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective.
Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West? Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Ja, okay, scheinbar gehen wir nicht nach Hause. Okay. Na dann. Gucken Sie diese Leiter an. Aha, a ladder. That's a step ladder. Warum ist das immer so wichtig? What's the difference? In scientific terms, please? This is scientific, huh?
Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright.
That all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Ja, die ewige Diskussion.
Look, a door! This must mean something.
I'm not sure that door means anything.
No, it won't open a mysterious lock.
I fail to see what's mysterious about it.
Mr. Wright, we need to learn to enjoy life more.
Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Da liegt ein Portemonnaie. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer?
Wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright?
What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police.
I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket.
How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. But he did it anyway. A foldable wallet found at a crime scene. There seems to be something inside.
I'm called a duty already, at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay?
By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this.
Okay, now, look at the court record.
Okay.
You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now, let's start examining. From every angle.
Okay, na dann.
Oh, look. I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with a press of A button.
Alles klar. Plop. Police department. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189.
See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful?
Ich hab einen Knopf gedrückt. I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Okay, an investigator's ID card found at prosecutor's office crime scene. ID blah blah blah.
Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find.
I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Okay. Gucken wir mal weiter. Hier haben wir ein Terminal, das ist scheinbar uninteressant. Was haben wir hier?
This is where the car left the lot.
The air on the ground makes it look more like an entrance.
What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit.
Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose.
Aha! The theory of relativity.
What?
I've got to write this down. Ah, hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relativity German or was he British?
Ich weiß gar nicht, wie man das ausspricht korrekt. Relativity. Wahrscheinlich, ne? Relativity. Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? Mr. Einstein. Was haben wir denn hier oben?
Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice.
You could see the whole parking lot from in there.
It's
says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. Shock. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. Tja. Wie das hier? Nee, hier ist ein Telefon. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Okay, the phone's broken. Könnte wichtig sein. This wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade hiding the truth. This is no wall but a water tank. I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. Ein paar Tonnen, an oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'd hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. So, war das alles? Ach, wir können sliden. Ja, gucken mal hier. Oh, da haben wir doch was. Erstmal das hier angucken. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is.
Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly.
Der Sheriff, der mit dem Messer im Gesicht rumspielt. Wie viele Haare hast du da eigentlich? Er macht immer weiter. Die wachsen die ganze Zeit nach. Faszinierend.
Like I said before, this here is our claim. You best be moseying along unless you're fixing to bite the bullet.
Yeah, scary.
Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, the little filly's good at, got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides the red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh?
Please.
No problem, partner. About time for riddles anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prosecutor's office.
Might just find your Curvisa you like. Prosecutor's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter?
Note to self, look up Vittles Saloon Curvisa.
Muss ich selber nachschauen. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office.
In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like. Just keep your paws off our claim.
Right, great.
Great, maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out.
Excuse me? Where to all set? Us? Hi. Schon wieder eine Frau. What's this? She couldn't be...
You're selling lunches here? This is a crime scene.
Danke.
Hello. Half and half, was it?
Thanks.
And you, sir?
Yes?
Some crunchy goodness coming at you.
Thanks. Interesting way of doing business.
This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passerbys. Or are you officers?
No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance.
Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone.
even if my days as the cough-up queen are over. Cough-up, huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on the lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid, the secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Yipes, she means it. Nice wiener you got there. Na dann. Erstmal ein bisschen Dominanz zeigen hier, ne? A defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about tackling Lunchland's Pickle Supreme lunchbox? Wow, it's really crunchy. A box of pickles? Kind of a sad lunch if you ask me. Okay. Na dann, the case. Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So, she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors' convention yesterday? I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew. The most heinous of all the evil ones. The one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. Okay, was hast du denn gesehen? So, what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Scarl wield that knife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Sky's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Sky? Oh, of course, it's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Ha! Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a sure case of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking, Cough Up Queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Tell me about yourself. Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No? Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone has tried General Bite lunch set. Okay, ich passe. Ah, never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate part of that Trilobites flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Das ist natürlich convenient. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass wall booth? I sell my lunches since I'm here anyway. I'll drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Mr. R, a lunch vendor, have an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Okay. Ich glaube, dann ist das hier alles, ne? Ich kann nicht mehr sliden, von daher würde ich sagen, moven wir. Oder können wir ihr was zeigen? Moment, was haben wir denn? Ja, nur die ID-Card. Vielleicht kennt sie den ja. How about this card? Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card, it's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady. Why? That's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? Because you are. Okay, High Prosecutor's Office. Ich glaube, es ist klar, wem das Office gehört, wenn man da ein bisschen nach links guckt. February 22, High Prosecutor's Office, Room 1202. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look, there's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What, that a shield? Takes a real nerve to display stuff like this. Whereas office this is, they must be real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright? You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Of course, I'm his biggest fan! My sister introduced us once and... Right, her sister is the chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real jerk, real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No! It was just Mr. Wright here, Hey, don't blame me. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder? The body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? What? Your car? I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream. Ja, das ist natürlich Blöd? So the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we didn't. We don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait, so you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then? Yes, sir. Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again. No, that didn't sound forced at all. Ah, no, now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand... Wait, what did you say? The honest guy is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors? You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's got to be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky? Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth's knife. The murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces of victim's blood, no prints. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can he take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Ja. Examinen wir ein bisschen. Hey, coole Schachpartie. Ich glaube, sieht nicht so gut aus für Blau. Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Ja gut. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Alles okay mit dir, Edgeworth? I've been wondering, what the heck is this? There's a big K on it. Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? That's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send a shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So? So that K, that's... K stands for king? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors? Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. King of Prosecutors Trophy, given to Edgeworth, King of Prosecutors at the Police Department on the day of the murder. Warum ist es überhaupt ein Schild? Macht wenig Sinn. Weil, ja, Anwälte, also Staatsanwälte, ja eigentlich nicht verteidigen. Naja, egal. Dann, nice suit. Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. She's getting way too excited about this. Well, look at here. My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. Ich meine eigentlich nicht die Blumen. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Oh. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside this, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Uh-huh. There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée? I don't think so. I don't hope so. Schönes Fenster. Wow! What a view! Must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. Stimmt. Oh, cute! What a pretty tea set. I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Amazing! The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Ach, ist doch nix dabei. Mag halt Tee. Ich mag auch Tee. Aber ich nehme kein Teeset. Das ist too much. Es kostet nur Geld. A work desk, it's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk, easy to use and easy to the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Strange, why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Arme Gumshoe. Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't, he'll sue you. Das war alles, ne? Ne, hier haben wir noch was. Wow! These are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. Thought Edward wasn't good with heights. Must have someone get them for him. Poor Gumshoe again. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Jetzt haben wir aber alles, ne? Können wir noch mal was talken? Nee, ne? Können wir dir was geben? Kannst du was über diesen Dingens Detective sagen. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this.
Mr. Wright,
Huh? What?
are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he?
I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty.
If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. Okay, kannst du nicht mehr sagen darüber? It's against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense. Especially with you.
Doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright?
Nah, with Edgeworth it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. Okay. Vielleicht will über das reden. So, basically this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty.
Huh? Why is that?
I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield.
The police department?
Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah.
I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken?
What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about.
Oh, right.
He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office.
Maybe you should ask him more about yesterday.
Oh, jetzt können wir talken. The day of the crime. Could you tell me more about yesterday? The day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office.
Cleaning day?
Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal.
Wiping your hands off old cases, in other words?
Oh, and another thing, a ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. That's when you got the shield? I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12.
That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright.
No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Ah, parking stop. Record of parking in the prosecutor's office lot. Entered at 5:12 p.m. This is the parking stop from the underground lot.
The murder took place around 5:15. So, the murder happened right after you got back?
What, right? I'd appreciate if you'd direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Whoa. Chill.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises?
Edgeworth, what is it?
I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got a report, sir.
Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all.
Sky, sir? No, sir. The name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir.
I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow.
Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't very tight, is it?
I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated.
Sir, but sir! I'm just following your orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the peculiars.
Give me your name.
Yes, sir. Meekings, sir. Officer Meekings.
Right, Officer Meekings. Take a report and leave. And good luck with that race next month.
But sir, I didn't know.
Poor guy. Looks like he was absent the day they gave out brains and good luck. Gumshoe 2.0. Right.
Yes, sir.
He caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now.
Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright.
The victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at last. Alright. Parking lot. Bye, girl. Police department. Entrance. Ah, da waren wir noch nie. February 22, Police Department, Entrance. Guck mal, das ist doch Gumshoe, oder nicht? Oder jemand, der so ähnlich aussieht. Whew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi. And traffic wasn't even that bad. Police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh, wait, I know. This is the blue badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the blue badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast.
Hey pal, what are you doing here?
That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there?
What? Well,
at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information.
Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal.
Ah, Gumshoe. What's up, man?
I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend that suspect in this case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second?
Huh? Me?
Why is this little girl so peeved at me?
She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister.
Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister?
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a very sensitive issue with us these days.
So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Oh. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
What do I mean this time?
Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true, we've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all.
None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd?
So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy.
A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal.
A patrolman? Okay. That was weird. Aber du kennst doch bestimmt ihn hier. Musst du doch, oder? Detective Gumshoe? Can you tell me about this?
Huh? Hey pal, this is a detective's ID card.
You can't just keep that.
You have to turn it in to the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time.
Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his ID card a lot.
Let's see, Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Ah, my mistake.
But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim.
That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Bruce Goodman. So, this ID card belonged to the victim?
He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transfer? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot.
And Lana's confessing as much. Kannst du noch was über die Mörderwaffe sagen? Wohl kaum, ne?
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife. Huh. What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean... I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
Also, so ziemlich jeder, ne? Car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth, what could have happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth.
Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday.
Ah, du bist sicher mega stolz darauf. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the sword a shield? Is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Apparently he's forgotten.
But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award.
Ja, dachte ich mir.
Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office.
Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Können wir noch ein bisschen... Ah ja, Edgeworth's troubles.
He's in a tough spot, again.
Again? Ja. Das war auch nicht gerade schön.
Well, it all started with the murder on that defense attorney Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal. There have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with the witnesses. Nothing outright. But there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusual strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious.
I had no idea he was under the gun.
Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us.
Ja, wahrscheinlich. Wahrscheinlich schon eher das. Ich denke auch nicht, dass er auf dem Posten aus ist. Ja, das war alles, ne? Was wir von dir kriegen. Ja, was machen wir jetzt? Ich kann dir auch noch meinen Badge zeigen. Detective, here's my attorney's badge.
You show this to me every time we meet, pal.
Oh.
Real men show their police badge. Enough said.
I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Wait. Speaking of ID cards, I found a detective's card. Ja, haben wir schon. Alles cool. Okay, ja, können wir da noch irgendwas machen? Wir dürfen ja nicht ins Police Department rein, leider. Gehen wir zurück ins Office. Kann ich mit dir noch was reden? Nee, ne? Dann gehe ich mal ins Detention Center. Guck, ob wir hier noch ein paar neue Infos kriegen. Was, sie scheint nicht da zu sein, ne? Hey, what's up, man? Scout monitors the visitors room. He's frozen in fear of the fright, of the frigid Miss Lana. Sie ist zwar nicht hier, aber okay. Being a bit chilly myself. Und natürlich, Selfie-Time. Smile for the camera. So, ja dann, gehen wir nochmal zu Edgeworth. Vielleicht. Er ist auch nicht hier. Gehen wir nochmal hier hin. Kann ich hier auf die andere Seite? Nee, ne? Kann ich mit dir was reden? Nee, hä? Jetzt bin ich gerade ein bisschen stuck. Achso, warte, ich habe total vergessen, ich kann ja Evidence untersuchen. Zum Beispiel hier, check. So habe ich vergessen, das ist ja das neue Element hier. The name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID blah blah blah. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly? That's the reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID Yabadab. See? Wouldn't that be better? Yabadab. Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point. Doesn't take much to amuse her. So, ich kann hier noch umdrehen, ne? Aber ich kann hier nichts examinen. Okay. Dann gucken wir uns mal das nächste an. Das Messer. Blut. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Naja, es war in der Toolbox, ne? Hey, maybe he spends his weekend roughing it in the wild. Edgeworth in the wild? I think my fruit peeling story is more likely. Are you kidding? I always picture him as an outdoors man. Oh, das ist a scary thought. Okay, hier haben wir nichts weiter, ne? Sieht nicht so aus. Dann gucken wir das noch an. Hier ist nix. Auch nix. Hier unten. Da ist was. Eine Plakette. Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here. Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner? Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. When she says it, his name does have kind of a ring to it. Okay. Ja, war klar, dass er das bekommen hat. Können wir noch das untersuchen. Miles Edgeworth, bla bla bla. Prosecutor's Office. Nichts hier, ne? Miles Edgeworth, 512. This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. Tony was held up at a couple extra red lights. He wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. Just goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. Ja gut. Da haben wir wohl nichts Neues erfahren, ne? Schade. Oder hat sich was geändert? Können wir? Ne, wir können immer noch nicht. Hat sich hier was geändert? Können wir hier noch was untersuchen? Haben wir hier was vergessen zu untersuchen? Ich kann alles nochmal untersuchen. Really? Ja. Ja, ja. Achso, das haben wir noch gar nicht gelesen. Fabric is high grade. Cashmere. Italian styling. Silk ruffles. Turquoise buttons. And a gold thread color. I'm guessing it's worth around $5,000. $5,000? It's Speaking of which, your suit would be about... That's enough of that. I don't need my life appraised. I don't need my life appraised. Thank you very much. What's this? It looks like... Du weißt, was es ist, Alter. Achso. Maybe it's made out of chocolate, and its owner took a bite out of it. It appears to be made out of bronze with gold plating. It's not worth much. $70 tops. That girl has a thing about pricing everything, doesn't she? I wonder what Big K means. Mysterious. Haben wir doch schon geklärt. Naja, Bouquet, bla bla bla. Back from the dead. Steel Samurai. Okay. Ich grabbel einfach alles nochmal an, weil ich bin gerade ein bisschen lost. Nice Desk. Ja, ja. Haben wir alles schon gesehen. Das T-Set haben wir auch schon gesehen. Hier nochmal die Case Files. Ja, Case Files. Dann können wir vielleicht was rausnehmen. What's the prosecutor going to do when they get new files? Splendid, Mr. Wright. What an unusual observation. I think that was a compliment. Okay, nichts Neues. Ja. Poor Pawn. Der arme Bauer. Ja, okay. Dann haben wir also doch... Ah, hier die Couch haben wir noch gar nicht angeguckt. Oh, what a soft and comfy sofa. Makes you want to say sofa so good. Sofa, so far. Yeah, I got it. I'm glad she's not an aspiring comedian. Okay. Ein Wortwitz. Gehen wir wieder zurück. Können wir denn dir was zeigen? Komm, wir zeigen dir einfach mal ganz viel Zeug. Das haben wir dir noch nicht gezeigt, ne? Could you take a look at this? You. Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't even look at me. You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get rich flavor like this. You pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it. So that's the secret to the aroma. Exquisite. The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Okay. Can you take a look at this? Okay, auch nicht. So, was ist mit dem? Can you take a look at this? Nope. Okay. Naja, aber es ist Zeit, um jedem alles zu zeigen, was wir haben. Oder können wir hier noch was examinen? Nein. Wir können ja nicht auf die andere Seite. Das kann ich auch nicht. Das auch nicht. Das auch nicht. Ha! Okay, dann moven wir wieder. Gehen wir mal zu uns. Vielleicht können wir Emma was zeigen. Here, see this? I've noticed that defense attorneys have a tendency to show people things. What is this? A behavioral study of lawyers? Okay. Und das? Auch nicht. Und das? Auch nicht. Okay. I got it. Gehen wir weiter. Ja, dann bleibt uns ja eigentlich nur noch das hier, ne? Ach ja, wir haben hier noch gar nicht examined. I always get excited when I come to a police station. Why is that? It just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals. Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. Usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. No, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. Okay. Wer ist da drauf? I was wondering about that.
What? The dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece.
Oh, du hast es gemacht. You made this, Detective Gumshoe?
The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the battery dies.
Poor Blue Badger fails to dance until he drops. Oh, Blue Badger panel, a work of art designed by the chief of detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe.
That's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... what was his name? The guy in the parking lot.
That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police.
Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something?
No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA.
For a moment there I wasn't sure.
Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show me this, and I'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe.
Letter of introduction received from Detective Gumshoe allows bearer to investigate the crime scene. Oh, dankeschön. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere.
Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal.
Okay. Cool. Dankeschön. Move it, move it. Looks like the investigation is still going.
I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry. Looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby.
Oh. Das war sie. Ich dachte, das wäre der Marshall. Oh, still here? Ah, hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard?
Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd.
Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Yeah. Kind of. But we have this. Would you mind reading this for me?
What's this? I'll warn you, fan letters to me go right into the spittin'.
It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate?
Gumshoe? Ah, that old cowdog. You holding a birthday party or something?
Huh?
Look. Where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation.
Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here?
No worries, let's prove it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I'd better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me... Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. We like to settle. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
Note to self. Police investigators are like selling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. No. Okay. Slide. Finally sind wir hier. Wir können jetzt endlich das Ding angucken. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. Can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Natürlich. Right, let's check it out. Achso, ja. Jetzt muss ich das machen, aber es macht alles automatisch. Ich darf nichts drücken. Okay. Ja, okay, dann guck mal, hier ist ein Knopf. Plup. This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Is that right? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check this phone out. So, drücken wir all die Knöpfe. Now, to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Beep. Hey, that song, I know that! Hey, what's going on over there? Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed the redial on that there phone, didn't you? Oh, well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to the chief prosecutor's guy. What? It's my sister's? Warum hat sie einen Steel Samurai Klingelton? Warum hat jeder diesen Klingelton irgendwie? Also, hat es jeder, aber warum ist jeder into it?
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this.
Who did she call?
No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtunes.
Oh, that? Oh, I'm sorry, that was my phone.
What? Your phone?
Yeah, it's kind of strange, but... Ach, das war Phoenix. Klingelton. Someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Wrong number.
I hope you're not lying. Did I shoot you for that in Texas, partner?
Oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Property of Lana Sky. Last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. Moment, aber was, unser Telefon hat geklingelt? Als wir die letzte Nummer angerufen haben? Das heißt, sie wollte uns anrufen? Okay. Ja, gucken wir uns das Auto mal an. It appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It just screams I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. Okay, dann können wir jetzt in den Kofferraum gucken. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. Goodman. 675 12-2. Or 7S. You're right, let's see. Blah blah blah, genau. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so? What does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for detective reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Oh, wir könnten sie mal zeigen. Victim's memo found in the car trunk. This rope, is it? Yep. They laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. Yeah, I've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. A. A block? This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. Okay, haben wir sonst noch was? B-Block is through there. That's where visitors park. I can see the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down a juicy looking steak. Does that strike you as a little creepy? Just don't look too deeply, don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Okay. War das alles hier? Sieht so aus, ne? Was ob das alles wäre. Das können wir noch angucken. Okay, wir können es nicht genauer angucken. Okay, wollen wir das nochmal kurz angucken? Weiß ich ja, wie das fertig... Aha, das haben wir noch nicht angeguckt. Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know. I see, the series is as popular as ever with the kids. Der Pink Princess. Kann ich die Batterie rausnehmen? Nein? Okay. Dann macht die Soße nochmal auf hier. Zack. Können wir noch was gucken? Nö, ne? Nur das. There's no need to push this again. What's wrong? You look like I do during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. Okay. Kann ich das noch checken? Nö. So, na dann, Slide. Kann ich dir noch was zeigen? Hier, das zum Beispiel.
Alright, compadre. Count to 3.
Huh?
You gotta do that if you're going to draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas.
Remind me never to visit Texas. Okay. Na dann. Moven wir doch mal zu Edgeworth. Da hat uns ja hier so eine Art Tipp gegeben, aber er ist nicht da. Okay. Dann moven wir ins Detention Center. Da ist auch niemand. Wir ins Office. Police Department. Hey, Gumshoe. Ich habe hier neue Sachen.
As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on Act 1. I know better than to go blabbing on about things I don't know about.
I wouldn't want you to do that either.
Good.
Was mit dem?
Okay.
Hä? Wait. Habe ich was übersehen? Kann ich dir das zeigen? Kann ich dir das zeigen? Kann ich dir das zeigen? Ah.
5:12 p.m. The prosecutor's bright red steed came in at the
trot.
real slow leg.
A trot?
My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prosecutor was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for her prince to ride in on this bright red horse.
So what you mean is the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. Was ist mit dem?
Ah, a toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe?
Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point.
You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these.
Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office and the criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap.
You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I'll tell you.
Okay. Das will er auch nicht.
What's that? Some sort of police passport?
This is Detective Goodman's ID card, strangely enough. We found it a good distance away from the crime scene.
Good distance in this rat hole. If you want distance, get yourself to Texas.
Alright, enough with Texas. Oh, da habe ich meinen Controller fallen lassen. Texas?
This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre? Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros. Ah, yeah. I see a badge. Looks pretty round. Our badge is a star, a lone star, shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light, illuminating evildoers who come in the dark of night. Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight.
Hey, that's a sheriff's badge. Okay. Sag mal, habe ich hier wirklich nichts übersehen? Ne, hier habe ich ja schon wirklich alles angeguckt, ne? Bum, 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 bum. Ja, hier ist alles schon... What do we do now? Ich hab keinen Plan. Was machen wir jetzt? Niemand will mehr was von mir. Der Sheriff ist wirklich nicht da, ne? Nee. Kann ich jetzt hier nochmal was angucken? Nö. Ist irgendwo noch eine Person? Ich könnte mit Emma reden. Achso, warte, ich hab die Talk-Funktion gar nicht ausprobiert. Okay, das ist nix und das... Nein. Ich wollte... den Zettel. Dankeschön. Okay, auch nix. Gut, dass ich es probiert habe. Okay, dann schnell nochmal zurück. Ich habe die Talk-Funktion ganz vergessen. Ich kann bestimmt mit ihm über was talken. Ja. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim?
Good men always die young, remember that, partner.
Could you be a little more specific?
Bruce Goodman, he was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale.
I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Star.
One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report.
Okay, autopsy report, endlich. Death to the loss of blood, one knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Is my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back.
So there's no motive.
Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot?
So it seems, like calling in an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon.
I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective.
You calling me out? They'll shoot you for that in Texas.
Huh?
I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell the truth.
Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina?
So, why are you in charge?
No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh?
Edgeworth?
That cowdog's being kicked out of his cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he doesn't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? So, there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall!
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and your sister that I didn't know about?
I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a blowing through the prospector's office.
Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here, but who?
Suspicions about Mr. Ashworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies.
Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean?
He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? There are prosecutors we're talking about. These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth, there's also you find one person. But they're off limits, untouchable, you might say.
One person? Who?
I hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals.
What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials?
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. Ach, das ist ihr Phone. Okay. What? It's a Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? Oh. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Okay, updated. Last call made to her sister Emma at 5:18 on the day of the murder. The detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. To be continued. Puh, 1 Stunde 40, so langsam werden die Parts juicy, möchte man sagen. Von daher zögere ich mal das Ende jetzt nicht länger hinaus. Ich hoffe, euch hat der Part gefallen. Und mal gucken, was in der nächsten Kurzsession dann passiert. Ob wir irgendwas herausfinden. Emma scheint auch noch vielleicht ein paar Geheimnisse vor uns zu haben. Mal gucken. Aber Lana scheint auf jeden Fall nicht besonders schuldig zu sein. Sie scheint eher was zu schützen. Irgendwie so. Mal gucken. Ja, ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Part wieder. Bis dahin, macht's gut, Leute. Und tschö.